Big up. We got Ty in the building. Yeah.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, bro? We got Ty in the building for creative insight, man.
Thanks for having me.
Insight.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, yeah. Yes. So, Ty, do you want to tell him a little bit about yourself just to get into it?
Oh yeah, I'm Ty. I'm CEO of TC Records Global, and yeah, that's about it for me.
Cool. And TC Records, that's the record label, yeah?
Yeah, so that's a record label. I created around, I think about two and a half years ago now.
Cool.
So yeah.
And what inspired you to start the record label?
You know, I've always kind of been in music from young. Like my dad and my godfather was producers, so I remember as a kid going up there and just checking out what they're doing, innit? I always used to fall asleep in the studio and that, but you know, that kind of gave me the insight from the beginning. And then I think I had a little music venture when I was in school. One of my sisters used to go out with someone in Soul Solid.
Okay.
So I was always into kind of MCing, all of that kind of thing. So once I got myself together, I built my own little group. I think, what was it called again? Firstborn Crew.
Firstborn Crew. Okay.
Yeah, so I think I was in maths one day, and one boy, I don't usually sit next to him. It's mad, like, you know, sometimes you get seating arrangements, innit?
Oh,
so I was like,
right,
like,
next to someone
I was like, I MC. He was like, yeah, I DJ. I was like, is it? So I was saying, wow, what song, what records you got? So he's naming the records. I'm like, like, I'm coming to your house to make a tape. So it started off just me and him. I think I recruited a few more people. We used to just do it on a Sunday, make tapes. And then there was a competition, like in a community club in Forest Door, like where I grew up. And we won it. And we got to play alongside, was it Heartless Crew in Albany, Deptford?
Wow, nice.
So, yeah, that was the first little bit of whatever. Then we got on a radio station, Elite FM. And then we just played at little clubs here and there. But then, yeah, I stopped it. One day I just weren't feeling it no more.
Okay.
So,
Can you say why wasn't you feeling that at that time?
I don't, you know, I just think I was into other things at the time, innit? And, you know, when you're young, there's a lot of false promises in it, and so many times we got told we're gonna get signed and this and that, and after a while I just thought, forget this, and let's move on.
And then from there, the music kind of obviously it must have stayed in you, because then later on down the line you reinvented it as a label. Or
it did and it didn't, because I just got on in my life. I didn't really look back. It just became a distant memory, and then I think I hooked up with someone else, and they was doing music at the time. They booked a studio session, and I just went to just chill. And then, you know, like, I think 10 minutes later, I've got a whole bar written.
Okay. See, it was still there.
So I started doing it, but to be honest, I'm more of a behind the scenes guy. So, you know, I would make 100 songs. We was in the studio every night. Like, this was when Speed Code was in Croydon. So we was there every night, till 6 in the morning, every single night. So I got like hundreds of songs, but I never went. When it comes to shooting a video, I went on it. I weren't really interested in.
Okay, you wanted to be more behind like the production of the video.
It's not even that. I just used to make music because I like making music, but to put myself out there, I just weren't really on it at the time. So I left that again. And then fast forward, I was in university. I think I was in my first year. I was going through my first year.
What was you studying?
I was studying business management, and I went to Jamaica. I was on holiday, and I think one of my friends from uni called me and he's like, "Oh, have you seen the news?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "The uni's gone into administration." So I'm like, "What?" So that everybody else in my uni, they went and found another uni, but I got back and I thought, you know what? I think I met one of my artists. I think I met one of my artists, Shola, at the time. She wanted to get into music. I brought her down to the studio. This was before even TC Records happened.
Right.
I just brought her down. You know, I'd bring her down there every week. She got better and better. And then before you know it, I just thought, you know what, this is what I like doing. And I came up with a name, came up with a concept. And
TC.
Yeah, TC.
What does the TC stand for?
TC stands for my initials, but missing a W. But yeah, it's kind of like TC. I thought of 100 names before that. Like, But I thought TC Records.
Or some of the other names where it could have been.
You know what? That's another story. You get me? I thought my grandma, she's Spanish, so she's from Valencia.
Wow, okay.
So I was thinking Valencia Records. Then I thought, nah, I come up with so many names, and then I just thought, TC Records Global.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me.
And TC is obviously as personal to you as at the same time.
It is, it is definitely.
Cool, man. Nice. And then from there, Shola was the first artist on the label.
Yeah, Shola was the first artist, and it's just watching someone develop over the space of weeks. You know, you put someone in a situation and you give them structure, and she had never been in a studio before, so to see her develop every week in, week out, it was like, okay, cool. Yeah. And then I think Biggs, I hooked up with Biggs, and then
how did you link up with Biggs?
Through a friend. Biggs is a friend of a friend.
Okay.
He told me about him. I think he sent me some stuff, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, this guy's serious. You get me? So had a meeting, and that was history.
And then from there, move forward.
Yeah.
So then, around what year was that? Like 2019, 2020?
Yeah, that was before lockdown.
Okay.
That was before lockdown still. So that must have been about 2018, 2019.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So in 2020 now, you had 2 artists that were signed to TC Records, and from there.
No, I think by 2020, there was a lot more. You know,
how many artists were signed?
I think the most. Not every artist that I was working with was signed, but I think the most artists I was working with around them times was about 16, 17 artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how is it like managing all of the artists together? Was it like experience?
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's very difficult managing so much people. I remember because we would video the sessions, innit? If you
and
every week Speaker was like, no more artists. But in my head, I had a dream that, you get what I mean. I just saw, I'm someone, once I see something in my head, I just go for it. You know what I mean? And I saw that just having a label and just having artists, and I was just recruiting. I didn't even go out looking for no one. It's like it was in God's hands. Everyone come.
They found you.
Yeah, everyone found me.
Yeah.
And I tried my best to just keep it under structure. And after a while, I got a team of people that was helping out. Like big up Asha. I think there was JC. There was a lot. There was Speaker. There was a little team behind it.
And were you doing mainly artist development, management, and providing all the budgeting for them as a
it kind of fell under all one, innit? It was kind of like management, artist development. It was kind of everything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So as a record label, what would you say is like the main responsibility for you? As a CEO or director of a label?
Well, the main responsibility is obviously to create good material, innit? I released a few singles just to test the waters.
With the artists on the
some of the artists on the label, just to test the waters. But obviously, you realise, you're an independent label, you're going up against so much competition, do you get what I mean? And you can't just throw music out there, do you get what I mean? You can't just throw a song out there without it having certain marketing budget, and you need to do certain things, innit? And I feel like in my head, I thought, there's no rush to release the music, so recording was my main priority, just getting that quality of music built up, so when the time does come, you've done the hard work, you got the music already. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I was kind of focused towards at the time.
And how, like, with artists, a lot of them wanna, like, they just wanna put the content out. Like, let's get the music out, because they're recording it. You're excited. You're in the studio.
Yeah.
They might wanna let's just put the records out, man. Come on, like.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the like situations like that, like when the artist really wants to record out, but you know that if you put a budget behind it or you got to have a structure and plan, like how do you go about having those sort of conversations with the artist?
Well, you know what? Obviously, I'm an independent label, innit? So if someone really wants to do something, I'm not really gonna hold them back, innit? I'm not really gonna say, I can advise you and say, okay, cool, I feel like we should wait, but there were times that I did say to someone, you know what, it's not time yet. And there were other times I said, you know what, do your thing, do you know what I mean? So it just depends, innit? It depends, because, you know, people, when it comes to their music, they're very sensitive and they're precious about it, innit? You know, it just depended on the situation.
Depends on the situation. Yeah, that's fair enough. And so you had a management team or like a team. So what were some of the other roles in the?
Yeah, so there was like a management team. Like we had artist development days. You know, we had we just at one stage we had everything. Like we was providing marketing strategies and all of that kind of thing. But at this day and age, you know, the label can only do so much for artists, innit? Like, things have changed drastically in the last couple of years.
Like,
So that, I'd say back in the day, it was more about talent, innit? Like, if you had it, you had it. If you didn't, you didn't. But now, you gotta have more to you than just a good voice or you can rap. You need to be able to have that audience, that build that core fan base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of artists that I've heard come out and blame labels for this and blame labels for that. You know, it's like if I've signed you to my label, we share responsibilities in certain things, innit? I take care of what I take care of. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. Do you know what I mean? I can't be posting stuff on social media for you. I can't. Do you know what I mean? I can give you ideas. That obviously I had most of the sessions. Well, not most of them. I had a lot of them filmed. You know, it's for you to holler at JV8 Studios and say, wow, let me get that little bit of clip there. And do you know what I mean? Because everything's done for you. You know what I mean? So. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it was like they have to take their responsibility for their part. They have to be proactive in a sense.
You have to be proactive. Yeah. Social media is a major key in anything these days. You know, if you ain't got that online presence, then you know you're not really gonna engage in. You know what I mean? You're not really gonna build a fan base. You're not really gonna, you know, the audience need to know who you are. They need to understand you know what I mean? So.
And what would you suggest, like some of the ways, let's say someone, like for example, an artist, they're not really used to the social media, but they're trying to work their way in slowly. What would you give some tips like for them? Like to
well, you know, there's always people around that you can ask, the people that's done it, do you know what I mean? Like for me, before I started this music thing, I had Instagram and that, but I weren't really interested in social media like that. I was, but you get what I mean? I had so much other things going on. It was just whatever, innit? But like, since obviously I've had to make that adjustment, I've had to learn how to do certain things, and do you get what I mean? Like there's ways, there's advertisement, there's, you know, like there's TikTok you can do. I ain't saying go and copy what someone's doing, but you know, if you got a new song that you've just recorded, post 30 seconds of it. You know, you don't have to do it. Like you can have it in the background, the music playing, and you just go over it, make someone film you, just to show, you know, that you're active, just to show that you're busy. So
and showing that like you're doing it, you're marking yourself, but in your own way.
In your own way, exactly. And it don't cost £100,000 to do that. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. It's
like the power's in the mobile phone these days.
It's
isn't
true.
It?
Everything is there. You need it there. So going on from there. If you could break down slightly, like, how does a record label work for anyone that's thinking about, they want to be signed to a label? Could you break down a bit about the infrastructure of a record label?
Well, how my record label works, our artist needs to look at it as an opportunity. Do you understand what I mean? Because if you're an artist and you got rich parents and you ain't got to worry about bills or certain things, then cool. But if you have a job and you might have a family, it's very difficult to, you know, if you ain't got certain finances to stay active. You gotta pay for recording, you gotta pay for single covers, you gotta pay for marketing, you gotta pay for music videos. So it's like if you do get approached by not even a major independent label, you gotta learn how to work as a team, innit? I think that's the main thing, is teamwork, innit?
Team, yeah.
Like obviously an artist, a label can only do so much for you. Do you understand what I mean? But the rest is up to you. Like, what do they say? You could take a horse to the river, but you can't make them drink it. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing. Like you need to work. It's everything's teamwork, innit?
Yes.
If I've got you over here and I'm taking care of certain things, you need to make sure that every week you got your songs ready. Do you understand what I mean? Or you need to make sure that you're active on social media. You need to make sure that, you know, if there's a video coming up, you know, I help out with the budget and that, but you need to make sure you got certain things already put down.
Okay, yeah.
Because you're an artist, that's what you do. Do you understand what I mean? That if you're fully dedicated into music, you don't wait until the day that you got something going on. You need, I need this, I need that. You need to make sure, you know.
Do you think they put too much pressure on maybe the label sometimes and not like take enough accountability?
I think so. The label always is the bad guy, innit? And that,
yeah, that's
from my experience.
Yeah.
You know, it's always he didn't do this or he didn't do that, or do you know what I mean? But at the same time, like I said, it's teamwork, innit? It's teamwork. Like,
And there's some like you were saying, a lot of the time you hear stories come out, this label did this, they didn't treat the artist a certain way. Like there's certain myths that you hear in the thing as well, so it's like
no, like what did I hear? What did I hear last? What's that Meg Thee Stallion thing?
Yeah.
She signed to a label. You know, they carried her through the trenches. You get me? Basically, you know, they got her to a certain point, and then she started getting interest from, you know, a more major label,
Right, okay.
and you know, she played, you know, I wouldn't say played the victim, but I'm stuck in the deal and this and that. Do you get what I mean?
So it's more or less she was working with someone, and then a bigger deal came along. She tried to jump to the deal,
it's
but
like,
it's like
I'm tied in and
Yeah.
they got this and they got that. But you need to understand, a contract is a contract, innit? If I'm going to give you a contract, I'm going to present it to you via email, and I'm going to give you 10 to 15 days to get that checked. And in the email, I'm going to say, go get legal advice. I'm advising you to do that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not no trap. It's not no, I'm trying to take your soul. It's not no,
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold you ransom. But it's a business. Music is a business, innit? And if somebody's willing to invest time, money, energy into an individual for them to walk away and say, I don't want to do it no more, I want to go over there, that don't make sense, innit? Do you get what I mean? So if someone presents to me a contract, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna send it to my lawyer. I'm gonna if I'm not happy with certain things, I'm gonna say I don't like this, or can we change this? Or it's to negotiate. So for the artists out there, if you're presenting a contract, it's not set in stone. If you're not happy about something, you know, negotiate it. You get what I mean? If you think, okay, the term of the years is too long, then say, okay, I don't want to do 3 years. Can we try and do 1 year and see how it goes?
Yeah.
You know, like, don't just sign something and then be like,
then later on complain.
Because you know.
So read the contract, get legal advice, take your time. Don't be afraid to negotiate with.
And also, if you don't want to be tied down to that, and then do it on your own. Like, it's not impossible. Do you understand what I mean? Like,
And what's 3 things that artists might need to succeed doing music or in the music industry?
I'd say focus. That's the main thing. They need to be focused. They need to be able to adapt, you know, because the world just moves so fast now, innit? And I'm not saying like you got one style and another style comes out, but you need to know how to adapt through, you know what I mean, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
What's the third thing? Yeah, you need to. You know what? I've seen so much artists come and go, and it's been for different kind of reasons. You know what I mean? But another thing I would say is just learn how to make a team around you. Do you understand what I mean? People that are for you, people that you can trust, and people that, you know, can help the situation, because you can't do anything. You can't do everything on your own.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
And the team should have the common goal as well.
Yeah. Have a good team, like, whether it's management or, do you understand what I mean?
Cool.
Like, whatever, but you need to have a team. Yeah,
And I'll add on consistency as well.
yeah, that's
I've
always.
seen too many
always.
artists drop one video and you don't hear from them.
Well, you
for
know what?
another year
I had a few artists. But going back to that contract thing, before I get to that, I had an artist that I signed, and you know, they signed. It's set in stone. It is what it is. Now they're doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not gonna interrupt them and be like, "Oh, you're signed," but you know what you done, innit? You know you're under a contract. You're gonna go do your thing.
We're not gonna say the name though.
No, I'm not saying no name. Not saying no names.
But they're signed, but they don't. They know that they're signed, but they're still carrying on making music. But you're.
I think they signed with someone else. I don't know.
Okay.
But obviously that's not my concern.
Right,
Innit?
okay.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so you just gotta just watch what you're doing out here, innit? Like, obviously, I don't know what's going on with these younger generation, but you know, in my day, you do things properly. You get me? But like I said, when it comes to record labels, it's either you're in it and you dedicate yourself, or you apply yourself, or just don't do it. Don't bother. Wait, innit? Do you know what I mean?
And with that now, waiting for the right deal or waiting for your fan base to
everything
grow,
is
or-
timing, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? A lot of people are from the hood, innit? Like, they're from certain situations where, you know, they could go outside and it could be their last day, and I respect that, innit? I understand that people want to get out. Do you know what I mean? The younger generation. So, you know, it's difficult to kind of be in that environment and sometimes do the music that you want to do, and, you know, move the way that you want to move. That's why I say it's good to have a team as an artist, innit? Everyone comes from different situations and, you know, different environments. But some of the people that I've worked with, it's good for them to be able to leave their area, come to a studio, you know, be around different kind of energy, you know, be around a support net. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, there's many different ways to look at the situation. Still.
And it's in a productive environment as well.
Yeah, it's productive. Yeah,
And
definitely.
the majority of the recording you did was at Speakcore Studio, right?
Yeah, until we got the studio in Brixton.
Okay.
We made so much music in Brixton.
Yeah,
So yeah.
And we filmed a lot of it as well.
Yeah,
In the documentary that's coming soon.
Yeah, so the documentary that's coming out, well, we're working on at the moment, is making of a record label, and it's based on TC Records Global, the journey. So you're gonna see a lot of inside, behind the scenes footage of, you know, just the process of when you sign an artist and the development of them and the music videos that come behind it, you know. So it's a good watch. Yeah.
And who's gonna be featured in that doc? Do we know yet, or is it still?
Yeah, I don't really wanna say that right
okay.
now, but obviously a few artists that I've worked with will feature in it, and obviously some of the management will be behind it. So yeah.
And what's your like purpose of making the documentary? Is it to show the process, to inspire other people?
You know,
Is it
it's
to
definitely
showcase?
inspiration, because, you know, I had a dream that building a label, and I went for it, and we're still in the mix right now. Obviously, the last couple of months has been very good in terms of people that have reached out, and, you know, there's a lot going on. But it's definitely inspirational, educational. You know, just gives you an insight, because you don't really see too much behind a record label, behind the scenes of a record label. So, you know, something that I thought of years ago. When I first contacted you, I said, I want to make a documentary. So it's not something that's just happened overnight. That there's hours and hours and hours and hours of recordings. You know what I mean? So
Definitely.
yeah, once that comes together, it's definitely gonna be a good look.
And when where you hoping to release it? And is it gonna be like a one series, or are you gonna make it episodic as well?
You know what? I'm gonna try and make the first episode at least 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
So in terms of if it's gonna be a one, I doubt it. I'll probably try and make it 2, 3. But I've tried to separate the Just Dream from the TC Records. So Just Dream can be its own kind of entity.
Okay.
So once I've finished with the label stuff, I want to move on, to follow other people's journeys in, sports or anything. Do you know what I mean? So.
And sports, you do boxing as well?
Yeah. I do boxing.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. How long you been
passionate about that still?
Okay.
I've been boxing for about 10 years. I think about 10 years. Yeah. Had a few fights, won them all.
Undefeated.
Undisputed.
Yes.
But you know what? Yeah, around the time that I was boxing, I was just caught up with other stuff in it, and I never really applied myself to actually go pro. But I still train up until today, and obviously I've kind of put together a management company with that as well. So same with the music.
Oh, it's like sports management.
Yeah, so signing boxes.
Nice.
Yeah, signing boxes basically, and developing them and training them, and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's just kind of all falling under one umbrella right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
music, sports, and which one? Like, I mean, they're both gonna push, but which one's kind of like the forefront right now for you, project wise?
Well, it's the music right now because I'm knee deep in it. Last year or so, it's been a bit. I took a little break out still, because I had to work on me, innit? When you're giving so much energy to the company, other people, I had to focus on me. So that break was well needed, and I've just kind of started back. So yeah, right now I got unfinished business with this music thing. Do you know what I mean? So. And
during the break, what did you kind of realize, or did you make improvements to the label? Did you come back with fresh ideas?
Do you know what? Yeah, you know when you're climbing up a mountain and you got so much steps. It's not even just the steps. You got a rucksack and it's full. It's heavy, and you're still making progress, but it's slow progress. So it's like I've dropped that bag now, and I'm lighter. I'm you know what I mean? I'm doing what I got to do. So I think I've kind of limited the amount of artists that I'm working with at the moment. Obviously, all the material that I've recorded previously with other artists is still there, but I feel like that process is kind of over, innit? So it's just about releasing it.
Yeah.
So the artists that I'm developing now, I've just kind of stuck to 1 or 2 or 3.
And who is signed to TC Records at the moment?
So right now I'm working with Trey 11 and Bruno Mendes.
Bruno Mendes and Trey 11.
Yeah.
Okay, and Trey 11, I know Trey, because we did the All The Way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And man, talk a bit about that shoot. Like, how did that come about? Slightly, like.
Whoa, yeah, that shoot was.
Because that shoot was mad.
That shoot
it had the snake.
That shoot was intense.
You
know what? I never thought that shoot would be as big as it was. I think the next day I was in a food shop. And someone was like, "Oh, you was the guy at the video shoot, innit?" And I was like. Yeah.
Big event,
like, oh, that was inspirational. I can't lie, I want to do management now. So I was like, okay, cool, you get me. But yeah, that shoot was, in what was it, a forest?
Secluded forest.
Snakes and
Who came up with the concept?
Che kind of come up with the concept of we wanted to do it in the jungle and that. And, we all had a meeting about it. And I can't remember who it was that come up with the dances, but all the we had the luminous face paint and all of that. I thought, all of that.
And they had someone with the drone flying around the forest. Like, it
was cool,
it was
mad.
Yeah,
but yeah. So yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights. You know what I mean? Obviously, the track didn't do as well as I wanted it to do, but it's a learning curve, innit? So
you push on from there. And Trey's got. I guess he's gonna be shooting more and more videos this year.
Oh, Trey's got some crazy songs to come out. He's got some crazy material still. So and
when can we expect to see some visuals from Trey and music as well?
Well, by summertime, I'm looking to lockdown this summer.
Early summer, late summer.
We got Perry X.
Okay.
She got a lot of soulful house music. So that's I'm trying to lock down this summer still.
Cool. And Bruno as well?
Yeah, Bruno as
Yeah.
well. Bruno. You know, we're just working, developing, because she also makes Portuguese music, innit?
Okay,
Like,
nice.
so it's like she's super talented, but we're trying to create a more Western kind of album, like English American kind of thing. So yeah, but we're not. It's not a rush thing, you know.
Okay.
We're not trying to rush it. I'm gonna get some songwriters in, and she's requested a few producers that she wants to work with. So
Nice.
right now we just got her in the studio, just
Making
finding herself, just overcoming
building the
certain.
catalogue.
Yeah.
Cool. And has she got? Where can we find her? And what's her? Has she got previous music videos out already? Or
Yeah, so she got Fallen Angel, that's out now, and Got It Bad, that's out now on the TC Records Global. So
cool.
yeah, that's out there.
Okay, so check that out as well.
Check that out.
Yeah, check that out. And Trey, All the Way Up, that's out now as well.
Yeah, All
But
the
he's
Way's
got,
out
He's
now.
got a lot more to come as well.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
lot more. He's got a lot
Cool.
more to
So
come.
those are the two current artists on TC, yeah?
Yeah. Also, I'm working with big up Tamer Hendy.
Tamer, yes.
Yeah, Tamer's doing things. We got a few things coming. Where I'm from, that video was shot already. So we're just waiting for it to be edited now.
Okay. When is it due to be released?
You know what? It's hard to say. I would like to aim for at least July, August. You know, like I said, summertime. It's all us.
Yeah.
It's all TC.
TC Records shut down summer.
Shut down.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. So.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, we're looking forward to it.
Oh, thank you.
So we've got Trey, Tamer, Bruno, and Ty. You gonna drop something as well? Come on, bro.
Yeah, so
You gotta drop something,
I got a few things going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a rapper. Like, I just I like to make music. I like to create. So, but I got a song, Far From Love. That's the next single. I'm gonna shoot a video for that one. It's more like a story kind of thing. So yeah, but the video is gonna kind of reflect on the actual, So yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to doing as well. So.
Okay, so big moves this whole year, man.
Yeah, we trying.
Cool, man. And then closing out, like, where do you see yourself with TC Records, let's say, 3 years from now?
Well, that's a hard one because there's a few avenues that I've considered going down, innit? What I'm trying to do right now is, get a joint venture. That will give me the facilities, because the way I see it, a lot of labels right now, they got a few artists that they're working with, and they got these crazy budgets, but I'm doing exactly what a lot of these people are doing with the whole team on my own.
Your own, yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Now I'm managing it, I'm dealing with it. So it's just about connecting with the right people. But like I said, over the last couple of months, a few interesting contacts have reached out to me, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, joint venture. I'm trying to make TC Records one of the biggest labels in the UK.
Amen.
And that's real talk. So yeah, that's
having studios all across the globe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But myself, I'm a music executive, so I always like working with new people.
Oh yeah,
and
just break it down real quick, like for anyone that doesn't know, what's a music executive?
So a music executive is someone that, I don't necessarily make beats or rap or whatever, but, I just kind of put it all together, put people together.
Okay.
You got to have, I'd like to say I got an ear for, when I hear something, when things are being mastered or mixed, or, I might be like, okay, cool, change that.
Yeah.
I change this. But yeah, it's just, the guy behind the scenes, the guy making it happen.
Okay, putting things together.
That's what I want to be. Behind the scenes,
brick by brick, it's building.
Brick
it's
by
building,
brick.
man.
Trust me.
Yes, and tell them shout out your socials for everything that you want to promote now. Everything that's you got going on.
My Instagram's TC_records global. Yeah, that's it right now. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, cool.
We'll keep it discreet.
Yeah. All right, cool. Summer's heating up.
But yeah, definitely. Summer's busy.
You're ready.
So much material coming out from all genres of from music. We got R&B, we got soulful house, we got there's a lot.
And the doc as well coming soon.
Documentary coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
making of a record label. Yeah.
Making of a
Just Dream. Yeah.
You heard it.
But no, thanks for having me though. I appreciate it, man. Big up to the whole team.
Yes.
You get me? It's always
We're in
it's
the
always
building,
good.
man.
We'll probably catch up soon.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Most definitely. So
Definitely.
like, comment, subscribe. Check out Creative Insight out now. Yeah, sponsored by JV8 Studios. If you need any high quality visuals, contact JV8 Studios. If you need lighting for your shoots, contact JV8 Lighting. And if you need some garms,
Busy man.
contact Streets of Art for the merch. And yeah, man, big up everyone. Creative Insight podcast out now.
So you got some bars, man.
No.
You got a freestyle segment.
No.
Some bars on that.